The Ruud RD16 and RD18 frequently asked questions. Question number 1. How do I wire the RD16 and RD18 condenser, and how many low voltage wires are necessary? The RD16 and RD18 condensing units have a built-in 24 volt transformer, so we never want to connect red or else we will blow the built-in fuse. Remove the side panel and utilize the high voltage and low voltage connection points. Once inside, you will locate the DIN rail, which you will be using to make all your connections. If wiring this with an Ethernet controller, you are not using the R and the C, or you will blow the fuse. You will only be using the E1 and E2 connections. Legacy thermostat connections will be utilizing common Y1, Y2, W, and B. It's recommended to jumper the U1 and U2, and that will activate the Ruud algorithm, which ignores the Y2 command. Once activated, the Ruud algorithm will attempt to maintain a 45-degree suction line saturation temperature. With U1 and U2 jumped out, you only need 4 wires to connect this in legacy mode. Y1, B for the reversing valve, brown for common, and D for defrost. If the U1 and U2 jumper is not installed, the system will default to a 2-stage system, Y1 being 75% and Y2 100%. And of course, on any variable speed inverter system, surge protection is an absolute must. Please protect both the indoor and outdoor units with surge protection. Question number 2. What is the ideal application to install an RD16 or RD18 system, and when to avoid? It's important to always be sure to follow local codes and properly anchor your system. Follow best practices by low-flowing nitro, not allowing that cupric oxide to get into the system, and high-pressure testing to avoid any possible leaks after startup. Avoid installing to an existing line set that doesn't meet the line set requirements. In addition to that, poorly designed ductwork is also something that needs to be taken into account. Do not install this system on ductwork that is not designed properly or installed properly. The ambient temperature is also something to take into consideration. When installing the system, if the ambient temperature reaches over 125 degrees, the system will ramp down in order to save the compressor. So always keep that in mind. Because this is a side discharge condenser, we want to make sure if it's installed in a windy environment that we have some type of wind barrier in order to protect the condenser. Also note that sealed technical evaluation reports can be purchased and downloaded. Question number 3. How do I charge the RD16 and RD18 system? On the installs utilizing the Ethernet controller, we're going to navigate to the ODU checkout menu. We're going to put the system into cool charge and use the charging chart at the condenser in order to charge the system properly. If the system is legacy wired to a conventional 2-stage thermostat, we're going to set the thermostat to a very low set point. We're going to remove the U1 and U2 jumper. Then we're going to jumper Y1 and Y2 at the air handler and the condenser in order to achieve 100%. Then we're going to use the charging chart at the condenser to charge the system correctly. Remember to reinstall the U1 and U2 jumper and remove Y2 from the condenser so that we can use the Ruud algorithm. Question number 4. Does the RD16 and RD18 have the ability to go into overdrive? The system's overdrive capability provides approximately 9 to 10% increase in compressor RPM beyond normal maximum operating speeds, both in cooling and heating modes. It's important to note that these values can vary depending on tonnage and operating conditions, and actual system performance data should always be verified using the contractor app. In addition, it's worth noting that when the system is controlled with a standard 2-stage thermostat, you won't achieve the full benefit of overdrive functionality. Question number 5. Can the RD16 and RD18 be connected to a zone duct system? The answer is yes, but it must be matched with an Econet zoning system and Econet equipment. Consult your Ruud zoning guide for details. And this concludes our frequently asked questions. Thank you for watching.